Far
Well,
away.
Andrew, you're approaching another milestone in this career of yours, the first guy to play 300 A-League games. Is this a milestone that's been weighing on your mind at all, or just something that comes along if you hang around long enough?
Yeah, I think like all milestones, you're pretty proud of them, and there's something to look back on with a lot of pride for myself and my family. But yeah, like I always say at every milestone, the most important thing is the team and winning this game. And we've been on such a good run of form that I want to keep it going, and being back at home in front of hopefully a big crowd, would be a great way to top off the milestone.
So 260 of those for Wellington, which means you have seen lots of ups and a few downs as well. Where does the current run rate in terms of your Phoenix career?
Yeah, I think it's, considering where we were last year to where we are now, it's so exciting and so pleasing as a player, as fans, as everyone around Wellington and New Zealand at the moment. There's just such a good feel around the club and such a good buzz. And it hasn't come from luck or anything like that. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been a pre-season that's been very well thought through. A lot of good recruiting, a lot of value sessions, a lot of soul searching and what we want to be as a football club and how we want to represent the people. And at the moment, we're doing it really well, and hopefully it continues.
Did something click in and around that Perth game? Because before that, there were the 3 losses and the league leaders came to town, and you played really well in that game, got the draw, and then from there it's been an unbeaten run of 7 games. Did something click in and around that game?
I don't think anything in particular just clicked. We were building towards that. We always had the game plan that we would end up going and pressing and being a lot more on the front foot. The coach, Mark, just decided early on we weren't really at that level yet. We weren't capable of going and pressing for long periods of the game, so we wanted to get our defensive structures right. And then we had nothing to lose. We'd lost 3 in a row, and it's like, let's go for it. League leaders, no one's expecting us to do anything here. Maybe that took a little bit of pressure off us, and we just went for it. And since then, the belief's just grown every single game. We've just gotten better and better. Games that we haven't even played well, we're getting results. So that's a sign of a really good team.
Is this a potential banana skin game? They've lost 9 in a row. You guys are on a 7-game unbeaten streak. Is there the possibility that this might be a little banana skin?
Look, I think in the A-League, any team can beat anyone, even if you're struggling. We were struggling last season. You could turn someone over. It can happen for sure. They're in that position where they've got nothing to lose, and if we're not up to it, if we're not on our game, and if we're not focused like we have been over the last 7 weeks, then yeah, definitely they could roll us. But we're in a really good place. We're back at home for the new year, and everyone's just really excited to get out there and put on a really strong performance.
Just one more from me. No Mandy, no Rufer tomorrow. They've been pretty key cogs in the defensive midfield roles. You feel you've got the cattle in there to compensate for them not being there?
Yeah, I think whoever Mark puts in will do the job really well. That's something about this team, that whoever's come on, if it's been early in the game, late in the game, they've done their roles really well. We've got a really good squad. There's competition everywhere for places, and that's probably why everyone's been playing so well, because you don't want to give up your spot. So Rufer and Mundy have been fantastic. They've been sitting in front of that back 3 and doing extremely well. But look, whoever comes in and plays those 2 positions, I've got a lot of confidence in them.
You've obviously spent a bit of time on the road in the last couple of weeks, so coming home back to the Westpac with this record on the line, I mean, what does that mean to the squad?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's like I said, the first home game for 2019, and we want a big crowd. I think we've been playing some great football. I think we deserve a lot of support, and we want to put on a good performance. We want to break records and get our 8th game undefeated. So we can do it. We know we can do it. So hopefully everyone gets out and supports us.
Have you noticed a bit of a different buzz this time around coming into this game? Because I mean, it certainly seems on, if social media is anything to go by, that there is a fair bit of chatter ahead of this game.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of it, but if that's what you're telling me, that's great. I hope there is a big crowd. It's exciting. We're in a really good place at the moment, and Phoenix fans for a long time haven't had this type of excitement and coming to games with this type of action about what they're going to see. So hopefully they turn out in numbers. That's what we want, and we do the business on the pitch.
One more from me. I think we're going to hear from Sarpreet in a little while. He's won, I think, the young player for last month. Just a word on how he's kind of settling in this season and the role he's playing for the team.
Yeah, he's for a young kid. I didn't know that, but that's outstanding that he's won it.
I believe so.
Oh, right, that's great. That's awesome.
Clarify.
Yeah, he's been great. He's been instrumental in all the good things that we've done. He's only a young kid, but he's got a lot of potential. There's still a lot of progress in him as well, and a lot of improvement in him. But for a kid so young to be able to, grab the game by the scruff of the neck at times and create opportunities for the front 2 and 3, it's exciting, and hopefully he continues that. And if he does, he's going to have a big future.
How are you feeling mentally going into this sort of game? Because you couldn't be denied, you and the side perhaps rightfully having a bit of swagger about you at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's important that we do go into the game confident. There's no reason why we shouldn't be confident, but like we spoke about before, it could be a banana skin if we go out there and think that if we just show up we'll get the points, and we won't. So we've got to stick to what we've been doing. We've got to keep working hard. We'll do a tactical session today that will touch on a few of their strengths and weaknesses and how we can beat them. And look, I think if we stick to our tasks, then we should get the points, but it's definitely not a guaranteed 3 points.
And that last game against Central Coast, you could have scored more perhaps from that game. So, you must feel confident that you have a game plan to beat them there.
Yeah, look, we played them last time here and we put on a really professional performance. Yeah, hopefully it's more of the same. Like I said, we're in a really good place, and we've kind of been where Central Coast have been before on a really tough run and know how it feels. But I think if we can get an early goal, that will really set us up for an exciting game.
Apologies if you've been asked, Andrew, but just with your looming milestone, just the importance of that for you, and have you had people sort of contacting you about that?
Yeah, personally, obviously, it's nice to hit those milestones, but like I said before, it's about the team, it's about the performance, it's not about me. Tomorrow, it's us continuing our good form, our good run, and maybe after the game we can celebrate or have a beer together. But it's totally about the team tomorrow.
If I could just ask you, just to glance back momentarily, last year, how close did you come to maybe pulling the plug, or even in the off season? How close was it?
Yeah, pretty close. Probably around January, February time, I was tossing up, do I give it in or not? But decided to stay on. I'm glad I have. And yeah, I've been able to reach this milestone, but I'm just excited that the club's transformed completely from last season, both on the pitch, off the pitch. It's a completely rejuvenated place at the moment, and I'm loving it, and I'm sure the fans are loving it, and that gives me a lot of joy.
Is there any temptation to stay on then for another season? I mean, you're still starting every week.
I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, just a quick question about training. There was a bit of chatter on Trackside Radio about winners and losers group, a lot of competition. What's that been like?
What is it? I don't know what you're talking about.
So apparently assistant coach Chris Greenacre was talking about winners and losers groups and training, a lot of competition between the players.
Oh, right. Okay. Young v old? Oh, yeah. Before every game we have a young v old. Little 5-a-side game or 6-a-side game, whatever it works out to be. And the old boys have got the wood over the young boys. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's fun. It's something fun that we've added into the training regime. It gets pretty heated because we don't want to lose and the young boys don't want to lose. So it's another element of us showing that the hunger to win games.